Hello friends, myself Dr. Neha Sharma. Today we are going to learn about linking words. Now, this is the topic of second semester students in unit 3rd for grammar. As you all know that linking words, as the name suggests, words which link something. Now, we'll see that how linking words works. So what is a linking word? Imagine that you are building a road and in a certain point you can't cross a river and we want to go ahead. In that case we have to build some bridge or a pathway which can make us to connect the both sides of the road. Now that is the same case when we write an article, when we write an essay, when we write a story, any kind of writing, we have to connect two sentences and then we use linking words. That is what a linking word is in a manner of speaking. So let's see how many types of linking words there are. We can, as you can see, that there are list of sentence connectors. Some are under logical sequential orders. Now this logical sequential order gives us linking words like firstly, secondly, thirdly, among other, next, last, finally, in addition, furthermore. Many more words are there. Some shows order of importance like more importantly, most significantly, above all, primarily. Some shows contrast, however, on the other hand, on the contrary, by or in comparison. Some shows result, just like as a result, as a sequence, therefore, thus, etc. Some shows comparison between the sentences, like similarly, likewise, also. Some shows reason, the cause of, the reason for. So we have seen that there are so many sentence connectors, and these sentence connectors, what are they? Now sentence connectors are different in a way as they are used to link ideas from one sentence to the next to give paragraph coherence. Sentence connectors perform different functions and are placed at the beginning of a sentence. This is the main highlight of sentence connector, that they are used at the beginning of a sentence. They are used to introduce order, contrast, sequence, ideas, theory, etc. Now, there are subordinators too. Subordinators, just like we have seen that they are connectors are used in the beginning of a sentence, subordinates are used in the middle of a sentence. They are the linking words that are used to join clauses together. They are used at the beginning or in the middle of a sentence. A clause is a group of words that must contain a subject and a predicate. There are two types of clauses. First is independent clause and the second is dependent clause. Independent clause can stand alone as a sentence by themselves. They are totally independent. And dependent clause, these make no sense by themselves. They are dependent on independent clause for their meaning. Now, let's see some examples of subordinators. Subordinators are, we have seen that they are used in the middle of the sentences. Let's see first sentence. Even though the train was late, that is a dependent clause. I got to the exam on time. Now in this sentence we can see the independent clause have a subject and a predicate of its own. I got to the exam on time. But the dependent clause, even though the train was late, is dependent on the independent clause for its meaning. The second example, I got to the exam on time. That is an independent clause. Even though the train was late, dependent clause. So let's see another one. Now these are the common subordinators. These varies according to their uses. For example, some are used for comparison and contrast. Some are used for cause and effect. Some are used for time. Others are for possibility and place and manner. Comparison and contrast is shown by subordinated like although, though, even though, while, whereas, and the cause effect subordinators are shown by since, so that, because. Time subordinators are after, when, until, whenever, before. The possibility is shown by subordinators like if, as if, whether, unless. Place and manner is shown by subordinators like wherever, where, how. So these are the common subordinators which are used. Now let's see about linking words and phrases. Although some of these words have already been mentioned as a sentence connectors, they can also be used to develop coherence within a paragraph, that is linking one idea or one argument to another idea or argument. So that is about the subordinators. Now let's see. These are some linking words which are used in a phrase. Now let's see. The first is about sequence. These are the linking words which are used which can connect the phrases. First, firstly, second, secondly, thirdly, among others. These all shows about the sequence. Next, last, in addition, moreover, further, furthermore, another, also, etc. Some shows result. So, as a result, as a consequence, therefore, thus, many more. Emphasis is shown by undoubtedly, indeed, obviously, generally, admittedly, in fact. Some linking words are used for addition, means to add the sentences, to combine the sentences, to add something, like and, in addition, additionally, furthermore, also, to, as well as. The reason is shown by for, because, since, as, because of. Example is also shown by for example, for instance, that is, such as, including. Contrast is also shown by linking words like however, nevertheless, nonetheless, still, although, though. Comparison is shown by the linking words like similarly, likewise, also. These all are the linking words which can connect a thought, an idea to the another one. So we have seen that these are the common linking words and phrases. So now these words are important because whenever we use spoken English, whenever we want to write an article, whenever we use multi ideas, there is the use of connecting them. There are some words are needed to connect the ideas, to maintain the coherence within a paragraph, within an article. So that is, we should use linking words, and their use have been shown in this lecture. Thank you.